Hey all, and welcome to another one of my videos, which as you can see is called Who is the Best of the Best. Before we get into this video, I would just like to say a big thank you to those of you who have put in the comments recently some very nice stuff. People have been saying that they've really been enjoying my recent videos, and I just want to say a thank you to that. Okay, so now let's get moving along. So basically, there's this thing that's been starting up. As you know, in Destiny, in this community, people go through a stage of arguing about various things and, thinking they're right about various things. And something that has come up recently is people who have Titans for their main character, and people who have Hunters for their main character have started having arguments about which character class is best. Some people are arguing about which is best for the main character. Some people are arguing about which character is better on the whole. And I have heard some people insist that Titan is better for both PvE and PvP. I've heard one guy who I mentioned in another video who actually deleted his other characters so he could have 3 Titans. Now, it's quite amusing because the attitude that people who have Titans as main characters at the moment is fairly similar to the in-game Titan characters' attitudes from the storylines. So basically, most hunters, like myself, we're not really responsible for the argument. We're just saying is that our characters, that in terms of things like speed, agility, and stealth, those are things that speed is something that hunters have that more of than Titans, because it's in the base programming. Invisibility is something that Titans do not have that hunters do have, and we've been saying, hundred people have been saying that people who play on Titans really do need to recognise that hunters do have a lot of skills that a Titan does not have and never will have. But the Titans are the ones who are saying that they are best at everything. So I have decided to do something that will hopefully settle these disagreements. I'm going to be doing a series of videos looking at this. I'm going to be having some people come on. I'm going to be doing some debates. So some people who have Titans on me come on and say what they're going to say, and why they think Titan is better than all the other characters. And people who are hunters are going to come on and say what they have to say. Anyone that would like to is willing to is welcome to come on and be a guest on my video and do the debate for either side. The very first one, I'll be representing the hunters, and I am looking for someone to put the Titans case forward. So if you do believe Titans are better than hunters, feel free to come on. It won't just be debates. Later on, after we've done some of the debates, what we'll do is I will actually put some Titan players and Hunter players through their paces and give them a chance to prove which characters are better. Now, you don't have to be someone who has a Titan or a Hunter as your main character. If you have a Warlock for your main character and you've been on a fire team in the past with Hunters and Titans, and then you are welcome to come on and express an opinion based on that. If you would like to comment on my videos, all you have to do is leave a message for me in the comments. Or if you have bothered to look at the profiles I play on, when I'm doing my videos and see the name of it, send a PSN message to that, or you can also get to me by posting in Destiny's, the communities, one of the full communities, Destiny's Destiny, Destiny 1 and 2, Destiny 1 and 2 LFG, Interstellar League of Clans, Victory Sabers Pride, King of Kings Fall helps community. or Lion Academy. Alternatively, leave a message. You can leave a message on the clan website, the clan webpage on Bungie.net for Interstellar Defenders LC. My personal, I've always, I just personally think it's really silly of people to say that any character class is superior to all the others. There's lots of different situations in Destiny that characters can be useful for. Every character in this game is programmed to have its own strengths and weaknesses, and you simply cannot say that one character is superior to all others. Certainly in PvP, a Titan has a great deal of advantage. You've got to remember in Destiny 1 though, Titans are different to the Titans in Destiny 2. In Destiny 2, Titans are faster than they are in Destiny 1, and they do have an ultra speed mode which automatically activates when you attempt to use Fist of Havoc. Another thing I'd like to do is I would actually like to apologise for something that happened on one of my videos. Basically, Bungie had been screwing with the servers in D2, and as a result, everything kicked me out during doing it, and basically I got kicked out during it, which capped out totally the broadcast at one point, so I did not manage to do as much broadcast as I would have liked to on that one. Don't worry. I will. So other things I'm planning to do, of course, are I'm going to continue doing a few more Big Red Day videos for Crimson Days. Crimson Days. I'm going to do some information videos for you. And finally, I know it's like a year late, but I'm going to go back to doing some Transformer review videos. And even a debate video about some things to do with Fortnite.
We're approaching the shore. The Fallen are using some sort of signal amplifiers. Let's see what they're transmitting.
One thing I would like to point out very clearly, though, to kind of kick the debate off before next video, is that the team of people who currently hold the fastest completion time in the world for completion of easy mode King's Fall, they went in on an entire team of Titans, and when they got to Oryx, they switched over to one person being on a hunter, so that person could run, and they did this, and this is all in a thing that they've said explaining how they got their time. They did this because they felt basically that a Titan running would mean they did not set the amount of time they wanted. Because they had a hunter running, they got finished in 25 minutes 59 seconds. The second fastest team in the world had one Titan and the rest of the team was an even split of warlocks and hunters. And in fact, the second team should have had the fastest time, not the second time, because the only reason that the first fastest team in the world were allowed to keep their title was because they were big YouTubers with loads of subs who could have made a fuss. And the reason I'm saying that is because they cheated. The run they were doing was in accordance to rules set down by the site that they were handing stuff into, and the site said that the video that there had to be video proof, and it could not be edited. The video was edited. Also said that the rules also said that anyone that left the fire team for any reason could not join back the fire team, which meant the instant they switched from tried to switch from a Titan to a Hunter, by all rights they should have been disqualified. And frankly, I do think it's disgusting that there are people out there who, don't have to follow the rules just because they have a lot of subs on YouTube. Now, I think that really says it all. For raids, the worst thing you can do and most people, regardless of what character they like best, will agree with this. Worst thing you can do is have a full team of Titans for King's Fall. You don't want to have a full team of Titans, because that means you're all support class characters and no offensive characters. You don't want to have a full team of Hunters, because that means you've got all stealth and speed and offensive class, but no support for those classes. You don't want to have a full team of Warlocks, because that means, yeah, you got self-res, but you've got no real speed and no support. foot in terms of being pacified. First shank. There's more. This machine is so much easier. You are going to find that most raid teams will have at least one hunter along.
Didn't get much. Getting an active fire.
The only real negative point about hunters is they have low health. So, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a comment and click that like button. Till next time, stay cool, and I will see you later.